posted. God, I love TypeScript. I love TypeScript. We can just assume that works, right? Okay. Posting this right now. Okay, publish now. Okay, and watch this. It goes over here. Publishing, 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 publishing. Oh. Okay. Okay. Huh. Think it'll post 2? Okay, so let's recap. I am trying to, first of all, welcome. This is part 2 of prompting our way to a full stack app. In this case, the app is a social media scheduling app. Check out part 1 to see how I got this far, but basically I tried my best to use Claude and Cursor to prompt my way to being able to create an app. I want to prompt as much of it as possible. Check out the first version to see how well that went. But this is where we're at. Right now we have this dashboard. We can connect a new social account through Instagram back into our app. And when it jumps back, we'll see. So if I go over here, we'll see that it's going to load the Facebook pages. So I have to say yes to all these permissions. And then what happens is Facebook sends us a code. And then we take that code. And in this case, we're using Convex to, so some jank there. So maybe we can prompt our way to fixing the jank. So when I get a code from Facebook after the OAuth has been successful, that comes back in a URL up here like this. It'll look like this, like da-da-da-da-da, right? So what I do in this case is I actually take that code and I use a Convex action to grab the code. And the next steps are exchange that code for an access token. And then that access token can be used to make a number of different requests depending on the permissions to the Graph API. And so what that looks like here is in here I have initialize Instagram connection. This is where it takes the code. Yeah. So from our client recognizes in the search params. See if we can find that super quick. Search params in the Facebook login component. So we have used search params. And then what we're doing on this component is we're listening using use effect. We're listening for these params, right? So if there is a code and we're not yet connected and we're not finalizing a connection, let's handle this Facebook return. And handle Facebook return does a couple things here. It's just setting some local state around like spinners and loading states. But then here is where it's calling the Convex action that I have defined. So let's just, I'll go into this in a second. But for now, so let's just walk through the rest of this logic. So I say initialize Instagram connection. I give it the code. This is going to go and do something on our Convex deployment. It's our code, but it runs on the Convex server. Your server that's running Convex. And then if I get a good response back, the response in this case is a job ID because we're scheduling immediately, but we are scheduling the work to be done now that we've connected a brand new account. And the work to be done is going off and fetching the, now that we have the access token, we fetch the user, we fetch their Facebook pages, business pages, we fetch the related Instagram business pages to those pages. Then we get the Instagram business page information and save that. So here we have Facebook pages, which in this case is also Instagram pages. we can fix this later. And then it goes and gets the Instagram posts themselves. So I've set this all up to use backend code to do that. And on the front end, all I do is send back a job ID, which I can listen for changes to. And so here we're just checking, does it have a social account ID and does it have the job ID? And if so, then that's successful. This error handling is obviously not great. So we're going to have to come back and fix a lot of this stuff. My method for coding is usually to try to just make the damn thing work the way I want it to work. And then once it's there and it's happy and I'm in like a different headspace, I'll go back and clean everything up real nice. And I'll spend some dedicated time on error handling and testing and making sure that's all good. That's just my way of doing it. I know some people who like to write perfect code the first time. That's not me. I like to get perfect functionality the first time and go back and clean up the code. So yeah, handle gracefully. See? Okay, so now we've got this code after the OAuth. Initialize Instagram connection is a convex action. Okay, so on the client, we use this method called useAction, which comes from convex, and we give it a name, which is actually like it's a function reference, which is a convex object type. And in this case, it's API, social accounts, actions, initialize Instagram connection, and this is what's telling the client which function to call on the server when we call this. So yeah, so this returns the actual function that we can call, and let's just dive in here. Let's go straight into the actual function itself. Now, worth noting, this is defined as an action. There is an alternative type of action called an internal action. An internal action is only accessible from your other convex code, not from the client. So it won't be exposed on API. In this case, we are like social accounts and then action. It won't be exposed here to the client at all. Instead, if you're in your convex code, you can write it like this, and you can access that function. Very useful for things that you want to do server side, but the client has no need for. Okay, so here we have an action. Notice the file structure as well. So when we called the action in the client, it was API, which is the object generated by the convex command line run, the command line script here, npx convex dev, takes your convex code, compiles it into an interface called that's importable into the client called API, and then the rest of the name is the convention is based on the folder and file. So in this case, we're in convex and it's an action, which means it's a public client available action, which means it's available through API dot. So then we go API dot social accounts, it's the folder, dot actions, it's the file. These are arbitrarily named. Okay, so if I changed this 1, 2, 3, you can see that convex over here is, yeah, see, now it's complaining about this. It says, did you mean social account 1, 2, 3? So these are tied to the types for your API functions and queries and mutations that become available in the client. So here's our initialize Instagram connection code. So we pass in the code itself from Facebook. And this is what it's returning right now. So then we're just logging this. When we log things in our convex code, those logs become available on the dashboard, or you can also run, npx convex logs. Oops, I did npm. npx convex logs, and now it's watching the logs. So we'll get the same thing over here. So that way we can just like tail our logs in our beautiful terminal, which is lovely. So that's where the console logs go. Same thing with like .info, .error, etc. And here is how we exchange a Facebook code for an access token. We include it as a parameter with our client ID and our client secret, which is why this needs to be done on the server, because this here, while our client can call this action, this environment variable is stored in Convex over here. So if I go to project settings, development credentials, I think I need to open this up. Environment variables, our secret is here, okay? These are not available to the client. All right, so we can use these on the server, which is exactly what we do. So here we go. So to Facebook, we give our client ID. That can be public. It's not in this case, but it can be. Client secret, keep that a secret. The code, yay. And the redirect URI, which is the, it's also registered with Facebook, but it tells the Facebook auth flow where to go back when it's done. So that's what we do. So we call that, we get it. We check that the response is successful. In this case, if it is successful, because we have an access token, I call this endpoint which /me, which just gives me a little bit of information about me, but what I'm really looking for, me being the person who authorized the Facebook connection. So what this returns by default is just the Facebook ID, the FB ID of the person and their name, and that's it. But we need this ID to be able to carry on doing all of the other calls that we need. So in this case, I'm being extra safe, and I am actually encrypting the ID, the name, and then the raw access token before I save it in the Convex database. So in case somebody pushed me off my chair at the coffee table while I was logged into my Convex dashboard, unless they really knew where to look, they would only see the encrypted access token in there. So just a little extra layer of security there in the unforeseeable events that may happen. So I get /me, which gives me the ID. And in this case, I'm running a mutation because now that I have this information, I want to save this to the Convex database. So I say insert social account, which is a mutation because it's writing to the database. And in this case, I'm passing in a Facebook ID, Facebook name, and a token. So here we go. This is a good example of an internal mutation in this case. We don't ever need the client to be able to call insert social account. So as a best practice, we make that an internal, in this case, an internal mutation. So we can call it, but it's not exposed as part of any kind of like API or anything that the client could use. It's just for us. So if I jump in here, so I'm passing it the Facebook ID, the Facebook name, and the token. Mutations, insert social account, internal mutation, right? And here we go, ID, name, token. I give it the types. Facebook ID is probably just always a string. It's actually usually a number, but I wouldn't count on that. So you could do a string. In this case, it's any. You could probably tighten this up a little bit by calling it a string. And okay, so we're looking for an existing account. We are querying the database, the social accounts table. It says there's no data in here, which is interesting because I just logged in and I'm curious about why. Oh, there was some errors in the log, wasn't there? Delete on non-existent object ID. Okay, so I've been, aha. So there's an error in my code. Oh, do I have like some code somewhere that I'm not supposed to? Oh, complete progress. Ha, this is a bug. So I don't want to delete the social account ID. I want to delete this other object that I have in here called import progress, where the social account ID is. So yay, let's do our first prompt. Let's do our bug fix prompt. Okay, so let's go here. Prompt our way through. Let's use, O1 Mini for this one. Actually, you know what I wanted to do first? Cursor settings, because, oh, here's a funny little gotcha. Huh? I had my key in here. Verify. Didn't provide an API key. It's weird that's not saving it. I did have this in here, like right before I started. Okay. Well, what I was going to say, what I wanted to do was re-index my code base because I was switching models, and I don't know whether or not that does anything to improve the output, but I always just feel better doing it every once in a while. Like if my code is changing a lot really quickly, I don't want to rely on whatever mechanism Cursor is using to automatically re-index. But anyway, so we'll just use O1 Mini. We'll try it. Why not? We'll do it live. Complete progress. There's a bug here. So let's go. There is a bug in complete progress. In the complete progress function, it shouldn't delete the social account for social account ID. It should delete the import, that's what it's called, right? Import progress document where the social account ID matches, and go. Ooh, O1 Mini. I have a good feeling about the O1s. Social with, okay, it's using an index, it's grabbing the first one, and then it's deleting it. Great. Okay, that's good. Let's see if what's going on here. Property social accounts does not exist on this type. Did I not rename this correctly? I did not. When I was demoing how to break this, how to change it, not break it, I broke it. All right, now let's see if this works. So what should happen is, notice we have no data in social accounts. That was because the bug happened at a very fortuitous point in the code, which was the end of all of the progress, which means everything else was there. In fact, we had created the social account and then just immediately deleted it. So let's see if this this prompt fixed this bug. I'm like 99.6% sure. It did. Okay, so it does show up here. We just now want to make sure it doesn't disappear. Yeah, we gotta fix that jank. That jank is killing me. Okay, so this token, remember, this is the token that we encrypted with JWT and whatever our secret is. So this is an encrypted token, and every time we bring it back to use it, we'll grab it out of the database, and then on the server, we'll decrypt it in order to use it and get the actual like raw Facebook access token. Okay, good. We're great. We just fixed the bug. That's great. Okay, let's make that smaller. All right. How are we 20 minutes in and I've only prompted one thing? Oh yeah, I wanted to kind of walk through how this works. That's why. Okay, so this is all good. Initialize progress. Okay, I think I've covered the bases here. And you kind of see what's happening. We get the posts, we get the pages. Right now, we can't do anything. So all it does, functionally speaking, is connect, get the access token, and pull in existing posts. Today, right now, our social media scheduling app cannot schedule social media. So we should fix that. Let's do that next. Let's say we want to be able to create new posts and schedule them. Sorry, I'm just thinking through this in real time. Like, how do I want to craft this prompt? So we want to create a new post. Post needs some properties, and we want to store it probably in a new table, and we want to schedule it for that to go out at the right time, which means we're going to need to grab it from the database and then post it with the Graph API. So, okay. So what I did do last time was I prompted this form, and it doesn't do anything, and it's got dummy data in here. So social network account, I can update those, right, with my Facebook pages. It needs to be Instagram business. In this case, we're using Skater Fandom is the Instagram account that we're looking at here. This is all from Skater Fandom. So we're going to want to populate this with our available Instagram business pages. Okay. Let's think through what we need here. So we have some content, sure. Like on Instagram land, this will be the caption. And the ability to upload images, which is, yes, this exists. Upload, and we have this schedule widget. I kind of like this, it not making me pick a like specific hour and minute. Just so often I just want to just say like tomorrow, just go, oh, little bug there. Just want to say like tomorrow, sometime, anytime. Right now, that does nothing. So let's make this work. All right, cursor, buckle up. Buckle up, pal. Okay, so first thing is, where should we start? Should we start? Well, we have this modal. It doesn't have the right social network accounts. Let's see if we can get it to update that more quickly. So social accounts here just comes from my placeholders. That's not what I want though. New post modal just has the placeholders. Okay. So this, I need to, let me think about where I'm storing that information right now. I need to get it from the Convex database. And what am I storing? I have my social account ID, I believe. So here's the thing. Once we implement auth, like actual auth, like a user into our platform, this would be a lot more straightforward, because we would say, like, we have this session. Right now, we don't have a concept of a session. We have somebody who's logged in through Instagram, and we have their access token, and we have their social account ID. And so at this moment, we're kind of hacking that to be the session. We're assuming that, I mean, not assuming, but we're using what we have in this moment until later when we add like real auth, social accounts. Oh yeah, this was the old one until I reconfigured my file structure here. So actually this is old, that can go. Same thing with this. This is old, that can go. Same thing with this. This is old, that can go. So I had, and this can go. I had all of my actions and like all of these objects and the stuff that was happening to them, all just in like files in the root Convex. And it became unwieldy. I had actions and mutations and everything. And so I decided to clean that up. And for my choice here, again, it's arbitrary, but my choice was to create a folder for every table. And then within those folders, I have actions, mutations, and queries. And that I find, well, we'll see how it works. So far, so good. So the Facebook login component. So this is what I want. I want to get, so we do, where do? We do store some stuff in local storage, right? So local storage, there it is. This is what I want. Whoop, I don't want to get rid of it. So when we get the social account ID back from Convex, we store it in local storage. And right now, that is our very naive way of saying, like, this person is logged in and connected, and this is their session. So, okay, so we have that. Okay, let's prompt it. We have the current user's social account ID stored in a local storage. I find the more detail I can provide, the better. I mean, like, why doesn't copy and paste work? Nope, no idea. What? Is this kind of thing happen to anybody else? Or is this just so that works? Why can't copy? Okay, I'll do this. Copy, paste. Does this like random stuff happen? You know, is this paste? I mean, I'm at a loss here. Okay, so that does copy it, and then I just can't paste in here. Huh? Maybe that's a cursor bug then. I was like, this is the kind of, is this why developing things is slow sometimes? Is this why this takes forever? When we have in our head exactly what should be happening, but the computer doesn't do it that quickly. Okay, so we have the current social stored in local storage. Let's use that to fetch the associated Facebook pages from Convex and use those to populate the drop-down list instead of the placeholder data we have right now. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple things as well while I'm prompting this. I am, in the spirit of giving it all the information it needs without crossing my fingers it'll find it. I'm going to go, okay, Facebook pages. And what do I want? Actions. So it's going to be a query. So I'm just going to kind of give it that, like, let it go explore that. I'll give it the schema, and I'm also just going to give it the whole code base. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't take the whole code base verbatim, which is why I just like to be specific. So, all right, let's go. Let's see what happens. O1 Mini. Come on, O1 Mini. Come on, O1 Mini. Oh, it's going to be good. I can feel it. Okay, it's telling me it's fetching the pages. Yep. Okay, let's see if that, I can't remember if this exists already or if it's going to write it. Okay, yeah, great. Okay, it's great. Okay, yep. Populate the drop down. Yeah, like, do all those things. Okay, yep, that's great. New, okay, updated the new post modal. Is it updating any of the convex code? So we do have this one in place. Oh, it's an internal query, though. Can't be. We can't use internal queries, right? Queries get Facebook. That's why. I wonder. So I have noticed both Claude and now O1 Mini have struggled with the differentiation between a query and an internal query, which is interesting. I've noticed in the past it wrote code with internal mutation when it should just been a normal mutation. I'm not quite sure how to fix that. Facebook queries, yeah, that's because my friend Facebook pages, queries. Yeah, so this should be all clean now. This is right, no longer internal. This one is now just available. So get Facebook pages by social account ID. So the client can call this. We want to bring in our ID, which gives us the type of this object, which is what we're storing. And now what else is going wrong here? So I mean, oh, right. These are just the logs. Okay. No, we're good up here. Good. Excellent. Okay. Think that worked? Yeah, it worked. Okay. Little jank with the icon, but we can fix that. Great. Now, you want to see the coolest thing ever? This always makes me really happy. If I update the name of one of these in the database directly. So let's take Skater Fandom here. If I update the name of that in the database, that will actually update in this dropdown right now. Skater Fandom. I'll say Skates Fam. Isn't that crazy? Like, that is just, I don't know, for me, the convenience and the power of that. So anytime you write code that updates this database, like, all of your clients are just going to get that in real time. There was no fetching involved. That's because it is a query from Convex, which are reactive, and it's subscribed to any changes that happen that would affect that query. So it's brilliant. Okay, let's change this back so I can keep my head straight about it. This was called Skater Fandom. It had a little skate, but that's okay. Okay, so now we have the names. I don't want that little icon there. Where do we have that here anywhere? Oh yeah, it's this, isn't it? I just don't like it. I just don't like it at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add like the @ symbol. Yay. Okay, cool. You know, in the future, we're going to make this work for other networks. So should we add like a subdued, no, like Instagram kind of thing there just to remind us in the future? Should we use an icon? Not right now. Content. Okay, let's just see if we can do this. Okay, so now we've got this form. Excellent. Should I go back to Claude or no? I'll keep using O1 Mini. It took a little bit, but okay. All right. Okay. Good work. Are you one of those people who's like really polite to LLMs? I am. Why not? It's good practice. I wouldn't want to be like default rude, because then what if I'm talking to a person and I get my wires crossed and my brain thinks I'm talking to an LLM, but I'm not, right? Okay, good work. Now we want to make this form functional. Please add the functionality we need to save. The functionality we need to be able to post to be able to post a social, an Instagram post through the Graph API at a scheduled time. In the future, to do this, we'll need to save the data from this form in Convex. Probably, little hint here, probably in a new table. And then we're going to need to schedule actually sending the post to Facebook, to the Facebook API at the scheduled time. Remember, okay, no, I was going to add in like editing. Like with Convex, we can schedule this to run at any point in the future. So if somebody submits this and they're like tomorrow at noon, we can schedule that to happen tomorrow at noon, no problem. Actually, I'll show you how easy it is. It's kind of nuts. But then what I was thinking was like, well, typically people users of this type of software can go in and edit that schedule. So they would be able to edit when it goes out. And so instead of tomorrow at noon, what if it was like Friday at noon? We'd have to go edit the Convex schedule. We're going to add that functionality. I'm just not going to layer it in here to the prompt because, like I said in the first video, the smaller, now this is not like, it's not a small thing we're asking it to do. But the smaller the thing we do ask it to do, the better I've found that it performs. And so if I give it these sort of like more granular bite-sized chunks, it's not doing too much at once, and therefore throwing in like we'll always get errors when it does too much. Okay, I'm going to use O1 Preview. So not O1 Mini. Oh yeah, should I add Codebase? Oh, and I'm going to tag the Convex docs. Yeah, I'm going to tag the Convex docs, and I hope it works. It's going to do a bunch of stuff. These convex logs at the bottom here it's too much red. I don't like seeing all that red. I'm just going to put it up there like that. Okay. Generating. Boom. All right, so any changes it's made so far, Convex has been happy with, because its convex functions ready is what you want to see. All right, applying these changes. Oh yeah, it's doing a lot. Create a convex mutation. Okay, like this is nuts, right? Since Instagram requires you'll need to upload to a storage service, we can use Convex to do that. So maybe I can just tell it, use Convex for file storage. Yep. Okay, so this is what it's done. Note on file uploads. Oh, file upload mutation. Uploading files to a public URL is essential. You might need to implement it. File upload mutation. Convex has file storage built in, so we'll use that if it hasn't already. Okay, cool. So this is crazy. Let's check out the schema. What's it done here? Oh, social posts. Okay, so I'm just going to accept all. Yeah, okay, so there's some errors here that we have to go figure out. Social accounts, that's not the thing. Scheduled posts. Okay, so there are a few errors, which has been my experience for sure. So I'm going to resize these so I can see that a little bit better. Scheduled posts. Okay, so this is this is the new table. Pending post failed, adjust type based on files, right? Yep. Page ID, content, scheduled time, status. Okay, so far, I mean, that's fine. No more errors in here. But if I go into scheduled posts, let's see what our problems are. Oh, it's just got some funny comment formats. Okay, retrieve the. Okay, well, let's leave the comments in, but get rid of the weird formatting. Let's go all the way down. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Yep. So it's doing a try here, but doesn't have a catch. Okay. Well, I know we want to use version 20. Oh, way down here is the catch? Is this actually the... Is that the matching? Use node, internal action, publish post. So DB, is not available on, the context provided by an action. We actually have to use a query for this. So here's what I'm gonna do. Get face. This also doesn't exist, does it? Internal Facebook pages. Queries, See, here's the internal thing again. So get Facebook page by ID is just a regular query. It's not an internal query. In this case, it probably should be though. Okay, so internal query. So that'll mean that like this is available, which is good. I have to tell DB. So this is, it wants to do like patch. That's not, we have to use a mutation for this as well. So let's do that. I just want to make sure. Pretty sure that looks like there's all there is to it. Is this try? Yeah, okay, there is a catch. Okay, good. Whew. Okay, so let's fix this. So what I'm going to tell our O1 preview is that does not exist on the CTX object in actions or internal actions. We need to use a query or internal query and mutations or internal mutations within actions by using the CTX. So what we do have though is like CTX.use or run action, run mutation, run query. So we just have to define those, and then we can use the context from the action to run those functions. Actions by using the it's run mutation, etc. This implies we'll need a new file for scheduled posts called queries.ts. Go. So you can see what I mean. I mean, this is not necessarily like a small chunk of functionality. In fact, it's crucial functionality as far as the application and product is concerned. And so it's not a trivial amount of code for computer to write. It saves me a ton of time from having to write it. However, it needs quite a bit of hand-holding throughout, and then I haven't written any of this code, and so I have to go in here and learn it before I can debug it, which is why I think the more information that you provide, the better it is. And even then, we have to go in and fix it. But if we provide information, API keys are not supported. Did I run into some kind of limit? So did it finish what it was doing? Okay. It did not create the queries file, but that could be a usage limit. Okay. I'm gonna switch back to Claude. Cursor settings. All right, Claude, let's just turn those off. I do have an API key, but for some reason it's not saving it. So scheduled post. Oh, no, if not scheduled. Do I want to do that? Update it to failed. If we run the query and it's not, why is this? Okay, so okay, so let's get rid of these extra tabs and things, and extra parentheses. internal scheduled post mutations. So here's a mutation, internal save scheduled post. Again with these weird comment formats. Those don't work. Scheduled post. Yeah, I get it. Okay, so internal scheduled posts. Yeah, because it's not, we haven't cleaned everything up yet so that it's working. We also don't have queries at all. Schedule post, mutations, update status. Is update, yeah, okay. Is update status API version? We should probably store the API version in environment variable. Scheduled post does not exist on type. Schema, scheduled post, define table. This exists, but is it just that there's errors in this file? Oh yeah, we just have syntax errors. Like that. Yeah, right. Okay, queries doesn't exist. All right, let's ask Claude to fix our lack of queries, which I think I just ran into like the O1 usage limits, which are super limited right now because it's in preview. So I think it basically stopped applying these changes halfway through. Hey, Claude. Hi, Claude. We need to add the queries.ts file to scheduled posts. Review the requirements, please, in actions, scheduled post actions, and mutations, scheduled post mutations, and anywhere in the convex folder. And here's the convex docs, and here's my whole code base. Claude always answers by starting with certainly. Certainly. Okay. Update the internal object. No. I don't have to do that. That's what, no, we don't do that. That's what the convex npx script does. So here we go. Okay, so it looks like everything's happy here. So let's take a look here. Oh lordy. Oh no. Accept. I must accept. In internal Facebook pages queries. So it's complaining that and then scheduled posts queries. Why? It's saying okay, let's fix our syntax errors here first. Internal Facebook pages.queries, which is this. It is internal Facebook pages. Okay, so it's having a hard time with this because get query Facebook pages. Maybe we have not actually brought that in. So Facebook pages is there. Facebook pages. This is not an internal query. This was the one that we updated before. We want it to be an internal query. Internal query. Sometimes it's like herding cats. Internal scheduled post mutations. So let's see if update status. So this is the thing. I wonder if update status here, this function is internal or not. Update status. Internal mutation. Yes, okay. It is an internal mutation. Oh, maybe we wait. So convex here looks happy. We're just seeing, it's like we're just seeing some errors here. So what if we bring it in again and let maybe it's like a scheduled posts. I thought maybe it was like a cursor thing, like VS Code. So it seems happy here, but not happy here. Social account. Yeah, it's not in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna restart the convex script. We made a whole bunch of changes to a whole bunch of files. Let's see if it updates this. Don't save. I don't want to save that. That's not for me to save, my friend. This looks better. Schedule. Yeah, okay. We just had to do a little recompile there. Okay. Okay. It's a lot of extra parentheses. Okay. I mean, we still live in the future, y'all, but like these things are not going to be issues in a month. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So, I mean, the application is still running. When I load it, it's loading accounts. It's loading our accounts. Oh, it brought back the Instagram logo. Okay. I'm just so now it's written all this code. And this is that interesting part where I have to read and learn what it's done and kind of wrap my head around the flow here. And so we have publish post, which is an internal action. Actually, let's follow it from the new post modal all the way through, right? Okay, so we have the form. Let's assume we know how to get the form data and submit that. Content. Where do you come from, content? Perfect. Save scheduled post is scheduled to mutation. Save scheduled post, is it internal? Yeah. Don't want it to be internal. Want that one to be available to the client. So new post modal again. All right, content we have. Now this is happy. This is looking good. Save scheduled post. Save scheduled post. Okay, so we submit the form. We get the post data. You'll need to handle file uploads separately. Maybe you'll need to handle file uploads separately. Claude or O1 or whoever wrote that. Wasn't me. Okay. Save scheduled post data. All right. I'm sorry if walking through this is painful for you. This is the speed at which my brain is able to understand what's going on and try to keep the whole system in my head. I can bounce around, but I'm trying to paint this picture mentally of the flow chart of the code. Yeah. Anyway, save scheduled post we know is this, which is the mutation. So this takes the content, the files, if any, an array of the any. Yeah, we'll deal with the file upload after. Page ID is a string, and the scheduled time is also the string. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. What are we passing in as the date here? I saw like ISO date to ISO string. Okay, that gives us all like the time zone and everything, right? It's because we need that. Either way, we can store the schedule time as, a parsable date string. We can store it as like Unix time or like epoch time. Anyway, if that's a problem, we'll deal with it when everything breaks. So let's go back. Mutations. So then we have the content, the file, the page ID, scheduled time. Handler grabs the args, the arguments. We should have a new table in here called scheduled post with nothing in it, which is true. That's good. We are going to insert the content, the array of files, the page ID, the scheduled time, and its status as pending. So its initial status is pending. And then, my friend, the scheduler. This thing is so powerful. Don't sleep on it. Get it? But it's amazing. Scheduler, you can just tell it like literally any point in the future, say do this then, and it does it. And you're like, hands off. It's amazing. So it's like it's actually what we use to power we have cron jobs available through Convex, and it's what we use to power like tons of things. Our scheduler is built into the core sync engine of Convex. So anyway, it's really cool technically how it works. I was just talking to Jamie, our CEO, yesterday, asking him all kinds of questions about it. So we want to run this at new date, scheduled time. So because we parse this as an ISO date, it should be able to parse this, no problem. Internal scheduled post actions, publish post. Okay, so later on, here's the post ID, publish post. Scheduled post actions, publish post. Takes a post ID. It grabs the post ID out of the arguments, grabs the post itself, which is internal query get scheduled post by ID. That's super straightforward. Gives it the ID. If the scheduled post is not there, it's been deleted. Run mutation. So here's the thing. If it's not there, update status, post ID. Like, what does this do? Does this actually try to find it again? Because it literally doesn't exist. So that's not going to work. So we're going to have to do some error handling here. Like in this, if a user deleted the post, we don't have to do anything. We should still probably like log it. And ideally we'd actually clean up that scheduled job as well. But from the user's perspective, it would be silent. It'd be like a transparent pass through. Okay. Scheduled not found. Let's just assume they can't delete it right now. Then we get the page information. Queries, get Facebook page by ID. We get the ID. This is okay. We grab the first one because there should only be one. Great. Facebook ID, not page. Facebook. Yeah, no. Post ID failed. Yeah, okay. So in this case, we could write that it was failed. And in fact, we almost certainly want to like add a reason, so that we can show an error message and we can both monitor those error messages in our logs and show something friendly to the user on the other end, or send them an email that said like, hey, you scheduled this in the future. It failed. This is why, or like, this is what we know. In the social media scheduling world, one of the worst experiences that users can have is when one of their scheduled posts fails to go out at the scheduled time and they're not told about it. That last part's super important. People are tolerant, I have found in general, of the occasional failure. It's when they have to discover that that error happened themselves, that's the worst experience. Okay, retrieve the social account to get the access token. Now, social account by ID. Yes, this is correct. Social account not found. Failed. Same thing. Need a reason. Don't know why all these parentheses are here. 01 mini. Questionable. Decrypt the token. That's right. So remember, we store it encrypted in the database and we only decrypt it when we need it, right before we send it off to Mr. Zuckerberg himself. Failed. Add a reason. Okay, page. Instagram business account. We do store that, right? That's not a hallucination. In Facebook pages, pretty sure we do because we have to, don't we? Instagram business account ID. Okay, yeah, just making sure that I didn't remember if we actually had that. And we need it. Okay, so for each media, you know how you attach media to Facebook posts through the API? You upload them all to this endpoint. Facebook returns a URL or an ID for the media that is then, of course, hosted on their system. So here we pass in the access token. Wait, scheduled files. Media response post params. I don't think this is correct. For file URL, we want to post the media. Oh no, it is correct. Because in a carousel, you have a caption for every photo. The caption is different for every photo. So, right. Okay, good. Image URL, file URL. Then we push the ID of those objects that come back from Facebook to this array. And we do a creation ID. If multiple media, create a carousel post. Look at that. That's smart. Media ID links, create a carousel. Otherwise, it's just a normal photo or video. Okay, carousel response. So, okay, so then we create another media object with the type carousel, and that will then come back to us. We'll have an ID of the media that contains all of those images or videos. So creation ID. Otherwise, we just take the first one. Then we media publish it, which takes the creation ID. So basically, we've built up this Facebook post. We've kind of constructed it and sent it to Facebook prior to actually publishing the post or the media itself. So by the time we actually post it live to the social network, we just pass in the access token and the creation ID. And then when it's all good, we should probably listen for a response here. Like, this does not always work. Usually does, but again, you don't want to fail silently. The listen for the response. Update the status. Okay, so yeah, again, to do. One mutation. Posted. And we should add some metadata here. Exactly when was it posted? What's the link? I believe when you post to Media Publish, you will get the object back from which you can construct like a permalink or something, or get the permalink with yet another API call. With Facebook, it's API calls all the way down. It is a vast API. Really, really powerful, but it can take a while to sort of wrap your heads around. Okay, so status posted, great. And now we could do something like we can filter on posted. We could send emails saying congrats. We could like schedule this for us to regularly check its analytics. You know, it could be interesting. I would like to add this as a feature. It could be interesting to listen for new analytics really frequently in the, I don't know, in the like 6 hours or something after a new post is posted, and compare just the 6 hours. Other like after that, check it daily or something. But what we might find is that we'd be able to compare the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, and review those metrics for outliers compared with other posts, how well they did in a short period of time, to basically almost in real time update the user to say like, yo, this one's popping off. Like, go check it out, go engage, maybe comment, maybe boost it. You know, people like to know if what they send is doing well, when it's doing well, like in real time. Okay. Yeah, add the reason. You know what? This all tracks. The only thing is that we haven't done here is like upload images and videos. So like, what is let's see if we can get that before we try this out. And then we're going to try it out. And if it works, buddy, it's crazy. I mean, I'm taking my sweet time because I'm talking through this. I'm going nice and slow. And we're like maybe an hour into what is the like capstone feature of an application like this. Okay. Images. Convex has a file storage API. So we're going to use that. Where are we here, my friend? Files, selected files. You know who could do this well? Probably Claude. Okay. I don't want it to like over index on some of these things here. Okay. So let's use, I want to do like Convex file storage API to store the uploaded files and their public URLs for use when we publish the final media to the Facebook API. We'll need to update the new post modal. Oh, it's got this thing called uploads. Generate upload URL. Right. All right. We'll need to update the and scheduled post at minimum, maybe more. Here are the docs. Convex docs. I want to do like Convex. Do I have the actual Convex. I do have I have all the docs indexed, but welcome to your Convex functions directory. Uploads. Welcome to your Convex. Oh yeah, okay, that's not what I want. Okay, I want to actually add very specific docs and see if that's going to help us with anything here. So I'm going to grab the file storage URL and I'm going to go add new doc and I'm going to say convex file storage. Here are the docs. Okay, so it did. Yes. Oh man. Okay, so it did add that link there. All right, Claude 3.5, it's reading the docs. I like that. Okay. So the way that the file upload works with Convex is that you can send any arbitrary files to be stored, and what you'll get back is a file ID. With that file ID, you can hit an endpoint in order to get the URL of that file. So let's see. It's pretty standard sort of like data storage API. I like, ooh, new hook, use Convex file uploader. New hook? Damn, Claude. Oh man, just working. Okay, let's see what it says here that it did. Okay, certainly let's generate. I mean, this doesn't generate upload URL. Oh yeah, so we ask it for an upload URL. So we use a unique upload URL for every upload. Okay. And then we post our file to that URL. Okay, so this looks good. Uploads mutations. Yep. That's right. How do I go back? There's tabs up here. They're so clever at Cursor. This is just reusing a new a editor, a VS Code editor. It's smart. Yeah, okay. Where is this? Love it. Use Convex file uploader. XML HTTP request. Whoa. Oh, because it get gnarly. Okay, well, I'm going to trust that this works for the time being. Composer. Uploads mutations. Yeah, that's right. Scheduled post mutations. Let's double check that. Scheduled post mutations. What have we done? File IDs. Did it change anything in here? Just, oh, it changed to an array of strings. Okay. A scheduled post mutations now stores the file IDs instead of the file objects. Brilliant. Actions.ts file retrieves file URLs from Convex for storage before publishing to Instagram. You're so smart. Actions, publish post. We don't use get URL anymore, do we? Signature story is deprecated. I use storage get URL ID storage instead. Right, instead of string, we do. Is this cheating? File ID. Is this, I don't, is file ID, I can go check out the docs myself, I suppose. Yeah, file ID is not a overload one storage. what's deprecated here? What are we saying? Storage ID. Okay, so it goes through all of them. It says like get URL. Okay, throw new error. We can't do that for any of them. So what this will do is actually, because it's going to throw an error here, if one of the uploads fails, the entire post will fail, which is probably what we want. I think the second worst thing is publishing a half-baked social post. People get surprised by that. Not good. Access token. Yeah, okay. Like this is great. Okay. Scheduled posts. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to add a function so I can like scheduled posts. I want to add an action so that I can publish now, which would just be publish post. Okay, so let's use this. So add a new call and action that enables publish now functionality for scheduled posts. Here's the updated actions. Update the new post modal to include publish now. Nifty. Okay. So, what did we change here, friend? Publish post. Did we add something in here? Publish now, internal action. I mean, yeah, run query. So what I'm looking for right now is I want to make sure that when we take a update status, we take an existing scheduled post and could optionally choose to publish it now. Okay, so it seems to be doing all this stuff like twice, right? Yeah, so I don't want it to do that. So we're gonna have to publish post. Yeah, we're gonna refactor this so that there's only one action that's actually like doing this atomic grab the post and post it to Facebook, which is all this stuff here. So there's a lot of like duplicated code here. So I'm gonna ask Claude to clean that up before we continue. Scheduled post, right? Get it by ID. That's right. Run query. Yes. I know. Yeah, I can't like. Oh, okay. Yes, yeah. This is all the same as before, which I can only assume is correct. Post error publishing, great. So, but I'm curious. It said it added the ability to do publish now, but it's taking a post ID. So if there's a button on the client that says publish now, it needs to save that first, right? So here's publish post. What other? I'm missing something here. Where are we creating these? post. Okay, where did we see pending? Where was that? Queries, import, mutations, scheduled. Yeah, what? Right. Save scheduled post. See, what I would do here is I would probably scheduled time. Would probably make a field that says like publish now or something like that. And if that's true, it can go through this and call it won't run the scheduler. Actually, it will run the scheduler. It'll just run it with, if you just run this with 0, it'll run it right away. But then it's not blocking, and this can return, and like this will still be pending, and everything else will update. Hunky dory. Okay. Schedule post action. So let's go figure out what the heck of this. What the heck did it do to our form? A new post modal. So it said it had a new button that was like publish now. Yeah, post ID. There's no publish if a selected page. That's a post ID. And this is saying this is the page. Why selected page? No, my friend. Page ID. Post data. See? This is incorrect. I don't want that. Actually, do we want that little Instagram thing there? Probably. I want to do... You got it, buddy. Although I don't want it... yeah, item center. That's right. I do want item center. I don't want it justified. Boom. Ooh, that looks good. All right. However, we have a problem because publish now is talking about a selected page. Trigger publish now. Where's that? Oh, there's a mutation called trigger publish now. Run after 0. Oh yeah, see that? See? Publish now. However, publish now updates this though, doesn't it? So this doesn't, or it's just to be like instant or optimistic. Publish now. Yeah, it already does that. So I don't want to do this twice. I want to. So this is correct. However, we don't have a post ID yet, right? We haven't created this post, and we don't want to do that on the clients. So like one option, which I don't want to do, is new post modal would be like save scheduled posts and then trigger publish post now. I don't want to do that on the client because those are not transactional, in that this might happen and then this might not happen. And so we're not going to leave that up to the client. Okay. We're going to take care of that ourselves. So save scheduled post. Okay. Is this trigger publish now? This just needs the same content as this. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to ask Claude to do this for me. New post modal. Okay. There is an issue with how we're handling publish now. We do not have a post ID yet in order to publish it. Let's update. Let's update new post modal such that trigger publish now takes all the required info to create the post as well. And then the as mutation, the convex mutations, uploads, import, schedule post, and then the convex mutations would be responsible for both creating a new scheduled post and then publishing it right away. I don't know, seems reasonable. You're absolutely right. Hey, it didn't say certainly, sweetenly. That's the first time it hasn't said sweetenly. All right, let's update the new post modal mutations to handle the publish now functionality correctly. Excellent, sir or ma'am. Now let's update the mutation scheduled post. Seems to know what I'm talking about. Seems to have not thrown convex any errors. So let's do trigger publish now. This should look different, right? Yeah, but let's go back to our new post modal. Let's see what this looks like here, right? Post data. I mean, I guess it can file ID's number. Oh yeah, that's upload progress. This is supposed to be strings. Upload progress. Oop. Is he using the new record type from convex? Because that's brand new. No, it's just a record. Okay. File IDs. Right now it's yes, and yeah. I know. Okay. All right. Record. I'm just gonna do. Is it? So what's no. Something's getting convoluted here. I do like how reactive this is going to be, though. This is just uploading it as we select them, even if we don't use them. Upload file. Set upload progress. Yeah, that's fine. Upload file. Use convex file uploader. That's right. That's our cool hook. Yep. That's right. Resolve response. Yeah. So this promise returns a string. That's what we want. Okay. Something's file IDs. Selected files. Oh, this is mapping files. Upload progress. And file name. And upload progress is a record. That returns a number. A number though? Why would upload progress be the help me out here, Claude. I'm not sure the file IDs object is being populated correctly. However, I could be wrong. See, this is funny. It's like I'm reading somebody else's code. I mean, I am reading somebody else's code. And now I need to sort of wrap my head around it too. It's still faster, but it's not for free. Okay, I'm not sure the file IDs object is being populated correctly. I could be wrong, but the array of file IDs we need to send to convex via post data should be an array of strings, not numbers. I'm not sure how selected files is returning the right thing by mapping from upload progress. Please review thoroughly. New post modal. I do like that, you know, it was ambitious to include upload progress, which is nice instead of just doing that silently. It's very nice because it's like including upload progress is a lot of little lines of code to get right for a nicer user experience, though. Create. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Reset form. Yeah, we'll have to add, obviously, when it's successful or not successful, like we're going to have to add some state to that. But I think are we ready to try this? I have my Instagram, my like demo. This is me renovating the basement. I want to switch. Yeah, I want to switch. Oh, I'm the only one I'm following. Profile. Okay. Posts. No, this isn't even it. I'm supposed to be on Skater Fandom. Yeah. This is this figure skating fan page I made to help try and promote my invoicing application. But I haven't, didn't work that well, so now I use it for testing. Okay. All right. So we have the page open. Let's see if I'm like nervous to try and see if it works. I give this a 10% chance of working right now. I'm writing you from code that Claude wrote, mostly. Okay, first test. I mean, it's still there. I don't see any progress. Oh. What? Yeah, that's not going to be there yet. Hey, where'd my... there's no... Okay, that's annoying. There's no... I didn't see any errors there, but let's delete that. Progress now. Okay, so whatever we're getting back is like this progress. Oh, it's from the Facebook login. Okay, I know what that is. That's not image upload progress, and actually, that's very confusing for right now. Yeah, we can get rid of this right now. That was the progress for when we initially backfill all the data from a new connection. So yeah, job status, same thing. I don't want that either right now. Get out of here. Let's upload a file. Let's upload our phone. I mean, okay, it did evicted inspector. What does that mean? Okay, so I mean, we did upload this. So let's check our logs here. Generate upload URL. That worked. Let's upload like another one. I mean, that also worked. Here's this is the token request URL. So when we request to generate an upload URL from Convex, it gives us back this upload. Gives us back this upload URL, but it's unique and it can only be used once. And it was evicted from the inspector cache. All right, yeah, blobs, good blobs, localhost, that's great. That's for previewing these here. Okay, console, like no errors here, which I'm skeptical. Publish now or schedule post. Okay, I'm just gonna write this. Let's just do it live. Let's scheduled posts. September 17th, 8:51 p.m. Hey. This looks mildly incorrect, but maybe not. Maybe it's not incorrect. Status pending. Schedule time. Boom. So notice, right, September 17th at 8:51 p.m. This is almost certainly based on my time zone because of my browser. But when we change it to like ISO, this does not have, this will be GMT. That's what I'm saying. So it's 4 hours later, right? Midnight 51 the next day. Okay, so field storage ID. Okay. So far, so good. Like that's, okay. What I wanted to do in here was actually just check that when we do publish this, it's actually grabbing this, right? The file IDs. File IDs is this. This actually needs to be the storage ID, right? Okay, storage ID, which is for each object, right? For each object here, it's file ID dot storage ID. No, then that's not. And then I want to go, and this is like as ID storage. Now it's gonna scheduled post file IDs, or yeah, we could just get rid of the way that it's being stored like that, which might be more sensical. So let's do that. Mutation file IDs. So when we save this, so insert scheduled post file IDs. I actually want to map. I want the file IDs. I want to map this. Save scheduled post. file IDs. Yeah, so I'm gonna, I guess I map that in the front when I'm saying save schedule post. Yeah, go to this, my friend. Save scheduled post. Right, publish now, post data, file IDs. This is where I actually want to do like file IDs map. Uploaded file IDs. It's like storage ID. No, I think I know why it's complaining about this because it doesn't know that this is how it's coming back. I wonder if it can it infer it here. Does not exist on type string. It's just saying this is a string. What? Storage ID. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. It's not going to do anything until I send it. Okay, file IDs. Let's go back. Let's go back here. File IDs is an array of strings and oh yeah, I mean ID storage. Yeah, kind of. All right, let's delete this one for now. Let's schedule it again. Whoop. File ID 0, value is storage ID. Yeah, that's right. So it's an array of storage IDs. All right, I just wrap my head around this instead of messing around here. Storage ID, and yeah, I'll just give it the error. Come on, Cloud. Come on. Yep, that's right. File upload process. That's right. New post modal. New post modal. Yep, that all sounds really good. All of that sounds great. Sounds great to me. I wonder if I can do file IDs. Yeah, let's put it out here. All right. Great. Skater fandom. I'm a new post. Cake. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's schedule a post. There we go. So that is the storage ID, and this makes it all look hunky dory. Hunky dory. Whew. What you complaining about now, friend? Argument is not compatible with type of ID storage. Yeah, that's, you know what? That's fine. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to know about that here. Post data. Trigger publish now. Use mutation. This does want, yeah, post data args. I know. Scheduled post data args. Yeah. Uploaded file IDs. This is what I want. Actually, I want it to be like an array of those. Yep, that cleaned it up. Now it's what it's expecting. God, I love TypeScript. All right, new post. Skater fandom. Okay. Posting this right now. Publishing. Posted. Oh. Okay. Huh. Think it'll post 2? We'll call it quits for today on this. Once we see it post 2. Man, this is an addictive way of building. I've got to say. Content. Okay. Multiple images. Go. So right now, remember earlier I said in a carousel, every image can have its own caption. The way the code was set up, from what I remember, is it's just going to apply this caption to every single one of them. So can I select multiples? Neat. Is it? It uploads these right away. And it's like wicked fast. Yeah, and you know what we should do? Let's 6:42 a.m. No, let's I don't have a time picker. I was gonna say let's schedule it. And for like a minute, anyway. We can just assume that works, right? Okay, publish now. Okay, and watch this. It goes over here. Publishing. Sick. Refresh. Oh my God, it's got multiple images. All right. We'll do another one tomorrow, and we will add, man, I don't know. We can do anything now. All right. Fun.